So you guys go to start your engine and you get a check engine light. So you're gonna automatically assume it is whatever you did last to your vehicle. In this case, we just did a spark plug remove and replace. But in order to narrow down to exactly what the issue is, we're gonna go ahead and plug in our scanner. Looking at our scanner, we're gonna go ahead and read the fault code. And we have a P0393, 393 and 393. It is a camshaft position sensor, B circuit, bank 2. Each side of your engine is gonna have a camshaft position sensor. The easiest one to visualize first is gonna be on your driver's side. Let's check it out. On the driver's side of your engine, between the number 1 and the number 2 spark plug, you're gonna have a connector right here. It is gonna be a blue, yellow, and white wire connector. Go ahead and take a look at it. Make sure that nothing was cut. Make sure that the connector is actually plugged in and tight. And I don't see any visible signs of pulled or cut wires. And everything looks good. So let's go ahead and check out the passenger side. The passenger side is going to be a little bit more work because it requires you to pull the airbox assembly. So just as suspected, we do have the wire harness coming out of our camshaft position sensor pulled out accidentally because this wire harness right here is part of this big main harness. And when we pulled this big main harness out of the way, we tugged all 3 of these wires out of its connector. It is going to be nearly impossible to put these 3 wires back into the original connector, so we are going to have to go buy another connector for our camshaft position sensor. Just remember that the order of the wire is going to be white, black, and then purple. White is going to be towards the driver's side, black is in the middle, and purple is going to be towards the passenger side. So I did go online and bought a replacement connector for that broken OEM connector. Okay, this is aftermarket, but it's going to work just fine. The color coding is different, but just make sure you have the white, black, and purple in the correct position when you attach it to this aftermarket connector. I'm going to go ahead and send you the link to this aftermarket connector down below, and we are going to have to attach this with 3 butt connectors and 3 heat shrink tubing. We have our connector right here with the 3 wires. We have 3 heat shrink tubings, 5/32, and we have 3 red butt connectors. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and strip off the shielding off of each of these wires, just enough to go into these butt connectors and make contact with the aluminum barrel in the middle of these butt connectors. Right when I took off the shielding, I'm going to go ahead and slide these heat shrinks in here into each wire. Now I'm going to take each butt connector and go ahead and clamp down using a crimp tool to smash the aluminum barrel on the inside there. Smash down on the wiring. Do the pull test to make sure it doesn't come apart. Okay. We're going to do a pull test on each one last time just to make sure. We're going to take these heat shrinks and we're going to go over the butt connectors to make sure they fit. Perfect. Look at that. Okay, now we're going to bring this to the vehicle. For connectors that have been deeply crusted in there and almost impossible to get your fingers and thumbs in there to push onto that lock tab, we do have our special connector removal tool. I will send you a link at the bottom. Awesome tool, guys. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to remove this connector. Bam! Claw goes on the bottom of the connector, and this jaw right here pushes down on the lock tab to release it, and the whole thing just comes right out. Pretty cool, huh? Link will be at the bottom for you guys. Okay, before we even connect these wires to the OEM wires, we're gonna go ahead and take our connector and do a fit test by plugging it in. Make sure it snaps into place, in which it does. Okay, remove it, and we can go ahead and connect these 3 wires now. If you guys went ahead and bought the same connector that I did with the link below, the red wire, in which we will do first, is going to go to the white wire. The yellow wire is going to go to the black wire of OEM. The black wire of the aftermarket is going to go to the purple wire of the OEM. Let's get started. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to remove some of the loom off of the OEM wires in order to gain some access and accessibility to the OEM wires. Just grab a razor blade, just go down the loom here without slicing into the wires, guys. Be careful. I'm going to remove some of the OEM loom just like that. Cut off the excess loom. Now I have longer OEM wires to play around with. I'm going to go ahead and remove the shielding, the tip of the shielding off of each wire to expose the wires. Next, you're going to take your fingers and you're going to twist each wire until they're tightly packed. You need all of these wires to run inside of the butt connectors nicely. Let's go ahead and get our connector ready. We're going to take our red wire and connect it to the white OEM wire and butt connect it. We're going to take the yellow wire and connect it to the black OEM wire. Go ahead and butt connect it. Crimp down on it. And our very last wire, the black wire of our aftermarket, is going to go to the purple wire of our OEM. Smash down on the barrel. We're going to do a light pull test to make sure they're not going to come apart. Next, we're going to go ahead and plug in our heat gun. Okay, we're going to do this one at a time. We're going to take one wire, we're going to take the heat shrink, and we're going to route it until the center of the heat shrink covers the entire barrel of that butt connector. Just like that. Now we're going to go ahead and take our heat gun, just heat up this shrink tube until it wraps itself around the wire. There you go. Looks great. That thing is not going to come apart. And we're going to do it for the other 2 wires here. That didn't take too long. And now we're going to do it for the last wire. Bingo, perfect. Go ahead and take a look at all your wiring again. Make sure everything is good, and it looks pretty good. Now I'm going to go ahead and protect the entire wires with some black tape. And if you have loom, that's better. This is 3M black electrical tape. We're going to go ahead and wrap all of this up. I bundle wrap the whole entire thing with black electrical tape. Now you can complete the job by adding a split loom onto there, but I'm not going to because I don't have a black one and I think this white one is just going to stand out and look ugly. I will come back to this at a later date and redo it, but for now, if your wire extension is just way too long, in which you kind of need it to be long in order to do some cutting and crimping, since there's barely any room right here without taking your bottom box off, I'm just going to go ahead and zip tie this to the rest of the main harness and go ahead and just plug it in. Plug it in, and now I'm going to go ahead and zip tie. I'm going to tuck it beneath the wire harness here to protect it. There you go. And it looks pretty good. Not bad, not too shabby. Your next step, you're going to want to go back into your scanner and clear the codes. You're going to go ahead and drive around for a little bit and see if the check engine light comes back on.
Two hours later.
And there you guys have it. So far, so good. All right.